Alright everybody, so here we are, and the thing is that right now there are classes like around 2 hours, 3 hours and 4 hours, around 5 hours. So I have classes, this video like the course is around 5 hours at least, so I need to keep that thing in mind. I mean this project that I've been working on, and that was true feedback, something like that, but never mind, we'll even figure that thing out. But right now it's time to start. Can I delete it? Yeah, like this. So right now it's time to start working on the To-Do application that I was learning, because again there are some sets of technologies I'm using over there, so that is kind of important. As for this thing, I will be getting it done later on, so it's gonna be just like that. And Arey shit, yeah, mosquito came in between. Seriously? Okay, by the way, the time when I left, there were already some of the people watching. There was only one person, but never mind. Let's continue from here on. The thing is that I don't really have lots of time, so let's complete that particular thing, that particular project. At least the to-do section will be done today. I mean, to-do app should be ready, and by tomorrow I will be just simply revisiting that and getting the things done. It's gonna be just like that. I hope I'm audible right now. Okay, so let's start it from here on. And as for this to-do, recent, all these things are not really going to be used over there. And if I actually have a look exactly how much I got that ready, the thing is that many things are going on, and if because of some reason I'm not able to give it enough time, then things don't get done as expected. But never mind, even if I'm learning slowly, that's okay. The learning is going on. That is the thing that makes a difference. And this is the to-do app using 10 stack queries and all. I was just simply working on it, and so far this much I've done. It's pretty simple. What all I've done over here? Come on, mosquito, you are going to be killed by me. But okay, it escaped. That's crazy. Never mind. So first of all, the simple thing, I have validations using Zod, simple, easy peasy. I have types, and I have global.d.ts. This is mainly for the Mongoose, so that I can have the type of connections and the promise that I'm working with while working with the making connection to the database. So this thing is done. Store, I have a to-do store using Zoo stand, so it is just handling everything. And if you actually wanna have a look at this, you can have a look. And even yesterday I worked on this particular thing. Let's see how this is gonna be going on, but overall this is great. And lastly, I have this I have the models. Again, nothing to discuss over here. db.ts, nothing to discuss over here. I created some hooks, and mainly this is the hook that I created. And hooks are mainly used for mutation and queries. So it is mainly used for 10 stack React query. This is using the mutation, returning the mutation, and this is returning the query hook. And at the end, I have my components. Inside my components, I have the provider. Really important. Without this provider, you won't be able to use query client and all. And then I have some of the filters, pages. These are just the pages, so don't need to worry about it. And that was it. Like that was it actually. So let's close everything. I will be seriously messing with me again. Skipped. I'm not good at killing mosquitoes. Seriously, it's coming to me and bothering me over and over. But overall, this much that we have covered so far. But now there are few two videos are remaining actually on this particular topic. So let me watch those videos, and then I will revise it, and I will revise it tomorrow again, and then I will start working on the application. I will start rebuilding it. So this is the plan for now, and I hope I will be able to complete that. And mainly when it comes to this particular thing, so there are just two ones. It should not take a lot of time, just 1 hour should be enough, but let's see how long it's gonna be taking. So this is how I'm gonna be going with this. As for this one, why do I get that? Never mind, let me turn off the chats. Unfortunately, I'll have to do that, because so that I can just simply focus on the project for at least 1 hour. And this is how I'm just simply gonna be going on. Having said that, let's start from here on, and let me put myself muted and play the music in the background.
close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go. is my own silhouette. I'm getting stronger, step by step. The clock is ticking, but there's no time for regrets. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe, trying to protect your soul. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Yeah. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes Feel like a dynamite, ready to explore right up in the sky. I need you to listen, I need you to hear, and don't show any fear. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe, trying to protect your soul. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Yeah. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe, trying to protect your soul.
That's good.
Alright everybody, so here we are, finally the class that I was going through, or the mini project that I was working on, that was the Todo project, that is almost done, and it's time to have a quick recap of that, and then from tomorrow onwards I will start working on that. Simple funda, make the project using with the help of somebody, and after that remake that, and until unless you have done that, do not go ahead. So ultimately tomorrow the main focus gonna be on getting it done, and after that I can just simply go ahead. Is that clear? Right now let's simply go through the project and just simply have a look at it. One of the most important thing is that whenever I start working on the things, this is the flow that I have to just simply follow. What is the flow? First of all, I have to create the actions. What will action do? Action will talk to the database, so action will actually change the data in the database. Okay, then I have created a store. What is the use of creating a store? A store simply handles the state. And why do we need the states? States are useful for front end side, so that we can have dynamic data over there. So that is why we need the states. Okay, I got to know about the state as well. So first of all, create the action, create the store, then create the hook. What will be the use of hook? Hook will actually call the using React query. It will either use query or use mutation. It will simply call your it will simply one more thing. Okay, so it will the hook will actually call the database, and as apart from with that thing, actually it will change the data in the store as well. So in the hook that you create, in the hook you will be changing both the things, and once that is done, then you will actually, with the help of the hook, you will be getting the data in the component, and you will be returning that. As simple as that. So these are the 4 steps that you have to just keep in mind, and that's it. Let's go through the slides one by one and then simply have a look at them, exactly how the things are happening. So let's start it from here. So far so good. First of all, I have the validations. Okay, let's simply have a look at this. This validation is mainly for creating the schema, and then I have title, I have description, and I have the priority. That is a simple thing. Inside I have a string, a minimum title required, max title must be less than 100 characters. Stream I have. Then when it comes to description, same validation I have for it. Even this is optional. Lastly, I have priority. Priority can be low, medium, or high, and at the end I'm setting it default medium. So this is all about priority. Next Zod validation right now. So even I've gone through this, that's great. The next thing is that let's simply go through the going through right now. It turns out that I will have to go through it anyhow, but let's go through them one by one, especially the most important thing. First of all, I created the actions. So these are the actions that I actually created. What are these actions? First action is the create to do action, second one is get to do, third one is toggle to do, and fourth one is delete to do. They are used for that particular thing. Create to do, it simply gets the data. How it gets the data? Whenever I call this, I just give it the data. So while creating the to do, I will give it the data. While toggling the to do, I give it ID. While deleting the to do, I give it ID, and this is how it simply goes on. Having said that, when I'm creating the data, as simple as that, whenever creation happens, whenever something changes in the database, at that time I have to call the validate path, and that's what I'm doing over here, connecting to the database. That is the first thing. And even I'm checking the data that I got, whether that is correct or not, then connecting to the database, then saving the data, and that's it, returning the response at the end of the day. This is pretty simple that I am doing over here. So our main focus, or the first focus, is going to be creating the actions. Once you have created the actions, then create the store. Once you have created the store, then create the hooks, and once that thing is done, then create the components and all. This is how we will be going ahead. And then I have get to do, I'm just simply connecting to the database, getting all the to do's and simply returning them from here. Then I created toggle to do's. I'm simply connecting to the database, toggling that particular to do, revalidating the path. Whenever something changes in the path, we revalidate the path. Why? Revalidate the path in the sense as soon as the data changed, right? So the cached data that I have, that should not be returned. Ultimately, I should be getting the new data from the database, because I have changed the data and all. Because if I'm not revalidating the path, that means suppose I got the data previously, okay, I fetched the data, then that data got cached, and now whenever I change, if I'm getting sending the request again, so that cached data will be returned. But when suppose I changed something, and now I want to get the new data, right? But I still have the cached data in the cached storage. So I need to revalidate the path. It simply says that okay, cache data is not going to be used, rather new data will be fetched from the database and all, and that data will be used, and that is why I'm using the validate path. When all do I have to revalidate, like how often do I have to revalidate the path? Whenever you are changing the data. If you are posting the data, if you are toggling it, doing anything, if you are fetching the data, you don't need to worry about it. But if you are actually changing the data at that time, you have to revalidate the path every time, and then I'm just simply returning it from here. So this thing is also got done. Lastly, I have delete to do. Again, I'm just getting the ID, connecting to the database, again deleting the to do from the database, and then revalidating the path and returning it. So the first step was this. Whenever you work on it, so this is the first step. You have to create actions. What will actions do? Actions will talk to the database, and then after talking to the database, they can do a number of things. They can get the data, they can fetch the data. They can fetch the data, they can post the data, they can create the data, anything else. They can update the data, anything. So this is the job of actions gonna be. So this is the first step, that if you are working with any Next.js application, you have to just focus on this. The second thing is that you have to create the stores. Why am I gonna create the store right now? Store is going to be used, and mainly over here for actions. I will be using data. Okay, actions in the sense server actions. Let's make it actions only, and that means server actions. And again, I will be talking to the database over here, and then second is gonna be store, and in the store I will be using zoo stand over here. You can use any store for example. And then once the store is created, then I will it is mainly gonna be managing the state. So state management. What will I do by managing the states? So whenever when I have to change my state, whenever I have to just get the new changes in my state, at that time I'm gonna be using this. So the second step is creating the state. Once these two things are created, I have created the actions, I have created the store, then I will be using both of them inside the host. So let's even have a look at the store that I have created. Close this. Actions are done. Second one is the store that I have created. Let's even click on this, and these are the things that I have inside my store. First of all, let's collapse everything, and let's go through them one by one. This thing is done, this thing is done, and even inside this, well, these are things are here. Seem to be many, but easy peasy. Okay, even I have to check this particular thing out. I have to even remove it because this gets called over and over. One thing I can do here, that whenever I get the data, no, the data will be cached there. So I have better just simply remove it from here. This is not being used at all. So I have these many things, and if I removed it from there, I have to remove it from here as well. Filter to do, let's remove it from here, and let's check this thing out right now. So what all I have? First of all, I have this dev tools. It is mainly used for dev tools and all. Again, I will be exploring more things about it tomorrow, and then I will start working on it, because of course if I have to work on it, I should know everything properly. Having said that, then I have get set these functions. I have to do filter to do filter and is loading. Set to do is simply setting the to do's. Add to do is simply adding them, and again it gets the to do. So set to do's gets all the to do's and simply sets the to do's. And how it gets the to do's? Simply it gets the to do's from the database and simply sets them. Add to do simply gets a to do and then simply adds to the to do. Update simply gets the ID and updates. Updates in the sense the completer is gonna be boolean and all. So that's what it gets, and it simply updates that. And remove to do simply gets the ID and simply removes that from here. As simple as that. Set filter simply sets the filter. Set loading simply sets the loading. Completed count and active count, these are the two ones that are actually being calculated. So I'm getting all the to-dos. Once I got all the to-dos, I'm simply calculating the length and all, and I'm done. This name is again optional. I am yet to learn more about this, so tomorrow I will be learning about it. But overall, you got the idea that you have to create actions and then you have to create the state. Once you have created that, what will happen next? Next is pretty simple, that you actually have to create the hooks. Let's go through the hooks. What is the use of creating the hooks? Hooks are mainly used for first of all, you will use a React query in the hooks, and hooks will talk to your actions. Hooks will send, hooks are gonna use two things. Hooks will be using the store that you have created. Hooks will be using the actions that you have created. Using the store, they will change the state. Using the actions, they will change the database in the data in the database. That's what that's all they do. So first of all, even I have this to do scheme. Why? Look, whenever you actually I can say fetch some data, at that time you cache the data, right? That is true, we cache the data. Why do we cache the data? So that if we are making the request to the database again to get the data, the cached data should be used because nothing changed. Okay, which keys? If we want to cache the data, we use the keys, and I'm using the keys like this. Suppose I have all this is the again key that I have, and it is just an array. It says that to do. So this is also one of the keys, and then this is the list. So inside all I will have different kinds of to do, I mean lists over here, different types of keys over here inside this array. And when I the list method, so it simply combines them. So it combines, it gets all the to do keys from all, and then it adds lists as well, as simple as that. So it gets all the keys from here, it simply adds this one over here too. What is the benefit of using this? First of all, you can call this list method anytime, anywhere, and the benefit of this is going to be that you will not have to worry about your keys. Just call the method and the key is going to be regenerated, and that's all you have to focus on. Okay, so this is the first thing. Why do we even need to have this to do keys? So that we can cache the data, and at the end of the day, whenever we are changing the data, whenever the data is changing, at that time we have to invalidate the queries. Why do we have to do that? As simple as that, whenever the data changes, you need new data, and for getting the new data you need to invalidate the query. As simple as that. I hope you got that. Okay, so over here what I'm doing that, first of all I'm creating the to-dos. So when I'm creating the to-dos, of course I will have to use mutation, and I will just simply return the use mutation from here. As simple as that. This use mutation thing will use two things. First of all, it will be using the this create to do action. Okay, this is just the action that I'm getting. Even if you have a look at it, so it is coming from where? It is coming from to do actions. So this is the first thing, that is the action. Simply mutation functions call that action and simply gives it the data that it needs, and that's it. You are pretty much done with this. And then we get some if it succeeds, then we get a result over here. And result in the sense, even you can get everything, whatever you send here, even you can get the data that you send, the data that you send to the that you have in the mutation function, the same data you can get over here as well. Then if result dot success is true, then at that time you are adding the data to the the data that you got in the result. Why are you doing that? First of all, using this action, you are changing the data in the database. Using this state, where is this coming from? This is coming from use store. What is the store? Use stand store that we have created. So using this add to do function method, we are actually adding the data in the state. So first of all, we are adding the data in the database. Then we are, if that succeeds, we are adding the data in the state. If both the things got done, that's it. We don't need to worry about anything. The data is saved in the database. The data is even changed in your state. You will get the result on your component, and that's what you want at the end of the day. At the end, what you are doing, you are invalidating the queries. What is the use of even doing this? I will be knowing more about it. It's not like I will not be, but overall idea I wanted to just give you that, okay, this is how the things work on. And when it comes to invalidate query, it simply invalidates the query. It simply means that whatever the data was saved, that needs to be refreshed. As simple as that. Why even need to do that? The pretty simple thing is that whenever we get the data, at that time we provide the keys. Okay, we fetch the data, and whenever we change the data, at that time we invalidate all the queries. Invalidating the queries means I should be getting the new data from next time onwards. The data should not be cached. Having said that, I will be exploring it tomorrow. So this is the first thing. Then I have something called use to do. It will be using use query. Okay, whenever it is using use queries, I am providing query key as well. What is the use of providing this query key? Query key simply makes sure that if the data is not changing and I'm making a request from here, so at least the data is cached. I'm not making the request to the database again. That is the main reason behind this. And again, it will use two things. First of all, it uses get to do. Again, where is this coming from? This mainly comes from the actions. So if you actually have a look at this is coming from there. It simply gets the data, then I will check whether the data succeeded or not. So if result.success is true, then I'm simply updating that, and that's it. I'm just simply returning it from here if needed. By the way, this is not quite needed. I don't really need to return it from here because no one cares. But yeah, if you feel like you can return it, and if there is any error, I'm just simply throwing the error and all. By the way, returning simply makes sense because once this is done, then that's great. If that result.success is not true, then I will be throwing the error because of that thing. That makes sense over here. So that's what I'm doing over here. So it's all about using the hooks, the React query and all. then managing two things or using two things at the same time, actions and state for the component, actions for the database and all, and that's it. Same thing I'm doing over here. Whenever I'm toggling the to-dos, again I'm gonna be using use mutation. I'm using toggle to do that I created earlier. This is the action, I'm giving it the ID, that's it. And when it comes to the on success, I'm getting result and ID over here. Once I got them, I'm simply updating the to do in the store, okay, and I'm updating the to do in the store using this, and then I'm invalidating the query, as simple as that. And this is how I'm going ahead. And lastly, I'm using this. The same thing is happening over here. Whenever it comes to deleting, even at that time, I have to use that particular action, then I have to use the state, and that's it. I have to invalidate the query. So everything is following the same structure. When I learned it for the first time, it was a nightmare for me. That is true. Now, is it a nightmare? No, it is almost there are more than 80% things, or I must say 90% things I've already got. That is, when it comes to working on this project, I can easily work on it, but there are 10% things that I am not aware of yet properly. It's not like I'm not aware of them, I'm aware of them, but not properly. So I will be even going through that and just simply knowing more about them, and then I will start working on this project. Okay, I've done this too. What is the next step? The next step is pretty simple. You have created the hooks, right? On those hooks you will be calling the mutation, and that is it. You will be giving the data and all, and you are pretty much done with that. Having said that, there is something called use form that I'm actually using over here, so I will be talking about that too. That's interesting. Let's start talking about the pages. So first of all, I have my layout. There is nothing. I just have query provider. Why do I need this over here? Query providers are mainly used so that we can use React query, 10-stack React query, and that is why we are using this over here. Any problem? No problem as such. Then I have page.tsx. Okay, inside my page.tsx I have three things over here. First one is to do form, second one is to do filter, third one is to do list. And the next time that I will work on it, I will be creating to do search as well. So ultimately there are gonna be four things over here. Why? Because so that I get the chance of using it more, right? I get the chance of working on more features, and the more you use of technology, the better you will get at it. As simple as that. By the way, let's go through to do form and simply have a look at that, exactly what all we have inside this. So we are here in the to do form. First of all, we have something called is open, set is open. It simply opens the model and all, and that is why it's used for. Then I have create to do mutation. Where is this coming from? It's coming from the use hook. Use create to do. Again, this is a hook. I have to just call mutate async over here, give it the data, and it will simply create the data, because it simply changes the data in the database as well as in the state, and using that state we can easily get the data and just simply enter that. Okay, but having said that, we have this use form over here. Really important. What is the use of this use form over here? Okay, so this use form is a hook. Again, I'm importing it. Once I have imported this use form, then what am I doing? It simply uses Zod resolver, and using Zod resolver, it gets my schema and checks whether the to-dos are right or not, and then it gives them the default value. Once I have this particular object, this object provides me lots of values. So using this object, first of all, I can submit the form. So form.handle submit, and I can give it the method, and this method will automatically get the data. And as for getting the inputs data, I'm even using them over here, like form.register title. So title is registered, that whatever value I will be entering inside the title, that will be available to the form object that I've got, and then this is how I can just simply use that. So even form object will give me form state, and it will tell me whether there are errors or not, and errors.title. If there is a form state.errors.title, in that case I will be just simply returning that. So form.formState.errors.title.message simply give me the message on the title if there is an error, and that will be from form state of form. So this is the first thing that I've got over here. Same is gonna be for the description as well. The same thing is happening over here too. And lastly, I have something called select, and the same thing I'm doing over here. And there is something called form.watch priority. This is something that I have to just even explore. I am not even sure about it. Form.watch, how is this even used? And not only that, I have to even know more things about this use form. So far I've been just using this, and so far I've just been knowing the things, how they work and all. But again, when it comes to knowing more about it, I need to explore it more. Having said that, it has these values, and whenever the values change, I just set the value over here. That means this is mainly for giving it the value so that that value is present over there. As simple as that. Form.was.priority, it will be watching the priority, and I'm giving it the value. I'm setting the values form.setValue.priority, and I'm giving it the value. So the name is the priority, and because of that thing, it can simply watch the priority and it can simply get the data from there. As simple as that. As for this much, as of now, I can only get this much, and that is it. Nothing else at the end of the day. I have created to do mutation. Okay, whenever you talk about mutation, or whenever you call mutate async on mutation, at that time mutation does provide you some extra fields, that is gonna be is pending. There are some other ones too, you can just simply have a look at. But yeah, we get all these things from the mutation just for adding some dynamic changes, and once that is done, then that's it. You don't really need to worry about it. And form.reset, I will be able to reset the form because we have even connected the form to the form. So form object we have connected to the form element, so it can just simply reset the form directly. We don't really need to worry about it, and that is it. As soon as we click on that, the form gets reset. If I click on add, it simply gets added, and that is it. This is the add button that I have. I click on it, the form will be submitted, and once the form gets submitted, you already know that this handle submit will call this on submit. Again, this handle submit method is coming from the form itself. It will call on submit, and when it calls the on submit, as soon as I got the data, I will be calling the hook, and the hook will get the remaining things done. So this is the hook that I have. I'm calling mutate async over here, and I'm giving it the data. Once I got my result, I'm checking whether the result of success is true or not. I'm resetting the form is open and all. That's what I'm doing, and this is how I'm just simply getting the things done. Okay, and lastly I have is open. If that is open, then I will be just showing the button that add new to do and all. Pretty much simple actually. The thing is that I will only get I will understand it better. I will understand the things even better when I actually work on the things. But even explaining is enough for now. But as for working on it is concerned, I will be working on it tomorrow. So this is the first thing that I've done over here. Almost easy peasy. Few things are that I need to know, but overall things are okay. Then I have something called set filter to do. What it does it simply sets the filter. As simple as that. So I even have the keys like, okay, filter will have what? Filter will have key, filter will have string, filter will have count. Okay, this is all that I'll actually be getting in the filter. Okay, so I have filters and they have key, labels, count and all. And once they have these things, I'm gonna be just simply showing them. They are kind of buttons that I will be creating, kind of filter buttons and all. So they have these values, and once they have these values, and use to do store, this is the store that I have created using Zoo stand. I'm getting filter, set filter, completed count, and active count from there. And once I've got all those things, and then I'm just simply getting it done. Having said that, I will be changing the set filter from here. What will happen if I change the set filter? Set filter will only change the state. So as soon as set filter gets changed, the state, the page will automatically re-render. That means the change will only happen on the client side, not on the database side, and that is why we are not interacting with the database at all over here. Whenever I click on any button, set filter gets set, and when it comes to giving it the key, I'm already giving it the key over here, not that key actually. I'm giving some kind of extra design like filter dot, if that's triple equals to this, then default, otherwise outline. So if that's not equals to key, so that is gonna be outline. If that is selected or something, the key that I'm getting, if that is selected, if that filter is equal to key, at that time that's gonna be default. That is the variant of the button. It's just like that. And again, I will be giving it the label, and I will be giving it the number and all, whatever the numbers I've got over here. So this is how it's actually going on so far. And lastly, I have this thing over here. What is even this? Just pretty simple thing that it simply tells me that, okay, how many active states I have. So active count gives me active buttons, completed count gives me completed button, and I'm just simply showing it here at the end of the day. Active count, this is just a method that I'm actually getting, if I'm not wrong. This is a method that is calculating the things, and also that is right. They are the methods, they just give me the things. So even this thing is done. Lastly, I have to-do list, as simple as that. If I click on my to-do list, what all I'm getting? First of all, if I go with this way, I am okay, this way throws the error, so I am gonna be going with this way. That's right. One more thing, there is something that I changed on my state, like store. Let me get that back. Why am I going to get that back? So that I can work with that thing tomorrow too, because I'm gonna make some changes and play with this thing. So that is why I'm gonna be doing it. And let's go to to-do list. Over here again, I will be getting my use to-dos. This is the hook that I'm getting. Not really. Use to-dos is what? Where is this coming from? Use to do. This is the hook again. Use. Okay, this is the hook that I'm getting. I'm getting the data, that means to do, and I'm getting the data from there. Use to do. What am I sending from here? This is just a hook that I have created. Set to do, using the queries and all, and it sets what? It simply sets the data. Sets to do, it simply sets the data. It does return a value, right? It simply returns that result or data, and that is why we are using it there. So this use to do does return some value this time. So this use to do returns the is loading, error, and everything. These things are coming from where? These things are actually coming from the use query. So whenever you are using use query or use mutation, at that time you just don't get is pending, you get all these things too. Having said that, if you are only using the query, at that time you get to do is loading and error. If you are using mutation, in that case, what is that thing called? You will be getting just the mutation object, and you will be calling mutate async on top of that. So this is the main difference between them. But having said that, I'm getting all these things, and once I get all these things, first of all, I'm getting all the to-do list. And how am I getting the to-do list? I got all my to-dos. Okay, I got is loading, I got error. Once I got all my to-dos, then what will I be doing? I will be just simply rendering to-do list. But having said that, once I got all my to-dos, so use to-do store, simply set state to-dos, set state, what the hell, use to-do store, and set state. It gives me the to-do list, because I'm getting the to-dos from here. I'm getting the to-dos from here as well. I'm getting the to-dos from there as well. So ultimately it's up to you, like which one you want to use. Both of them are gonna be the same, because over here whenever I'm using the hooks, at that time I'm setting the to-dos as well, like result or data. I'm returning it from here too. So it's completely up to you which one you want to use and all. But yeah, this is how it goes. So I got my to-dos, and I got this to-do as well, and then I'm just filtering the data. So I got my filter from there only. Once I got my filter, I'm just filtering the things over here. Again, I'm using use memo over here. What is the use of using use memo? Whatever we return in use memo, that simply caches the data. So until unless we just give it some kind of dependency over here, like whenever to-do list changes, at that time change it, or whenever filter changes, at that time you have to refresh the cache. It will never refresh the cache. That means you will be getting the same data. That is the benefit of using this, and that's why I'm using use memo over here. Then is loading, then do this, as simple as that. Okay, just pretty simple stuff, just the animation and all. And then if there is an error, simply show the error. If there is a length of the to-do is equals to 0, simply show this thing too. And at the end of the day, you have to just simply render the to-dos, as simple as that. And when it comes to rendering the to-dos, so over here I have handle toggle, I have handle delete, and I have get priority and color. Ultimately two things are happening over here, handle toggle and handle delete, and they will ultimately they will be using the hooks that I am getting. These are the hooks. Use toggle to do, use delete to do. These hooks will change the data in the database as well as in the state, so you don't need to worry about it. Just you have to call it and done. Let's check this thing, those things one by one. But before that, even let's give them some color. And I will be getting the to-do over here, because of course I'm rendering that, and on the basis of that thing I will decide the color of that particular to-do. And once the color is decided, I'm just simply gonna be actually giving the color to those to-dos. So I have to-do content over here, the color will be given over here, and I have delete button. So delete button is just gonna be simple one, so I don't need to worry about it. The color is mainly given here when it comes to the priority. So the priority is gonna be here, and when it comes to this badge, I am actually giving it to the priority color. So get priority color. Using this, I'm getting the priority color and giving it to this. This CN is mainly comes from shared CN, and this is mainly used for adding the classes, lots of classes in the best way possible. So that is why I'm using it for. I'm using it, and next thing is that I have these two things. I handle toggle, and just a sec. Alrighty, so let's continue from here on. So I was just simply talking about this, that we have handle toggle and we have handle delete. When it comes to handle toggle, it simply gets the to-do ID, and when it comes to handle delete, it gets the same thing. So let's talk about handle toggle. It simply uses the toggle mutation simply because that I get the result, and once I got the result, I'm just simply toasting the error and all. So this thing is done right now, and as for the delete, I am just sending the to-do ID from here, and that's it. As for the remaining data, my hook handles this thing really well. So if I go here, if I click on this handle delete, not toggle to do, and over here I'm just simply giving the data as well. So where am I getting? This is the data that I'm actually giving it, that completed is gonna be equals to result.data.completed, because I have to toggle the data and all. Either I can give it or not, it's completely up to me. I can even make it false directly, or I can just give it. So this is all that I've been busy doing so far. Ultimately, things are getting done like this. When it comes to the learning stuff that I actually want to explore tomorrow, that's gonna be like this. First of all, what all do I need to explore? First of all, this is the flow that I need to keep in mind anyhow. Like, first of all, I have to create the actions, then I have to create the store, then I have to work with the hooks, and lastly I have to work with the component, and something like that. And when it comes to the learning, I will be learning the things that I'll actually be learning tomorrow. They're gonna be like this. So let's even talk about that. First of all, there is something called sonar that I have to explore tomorrow, and then let's simply have a look at that. Mongoose, next React day picker. Do I have to use day picker? Not really sure. Forget about that. React DOM, React hook form. Okay, so I have to learn about React hook form tomorrow in a better way, so that I actually know about that. And then tailwind merge, I don't need to worry about that and all. So overall, things are not many actually. Things are pretty simple. I have to learn about 10 stack, or at least I have to have a look at that. TypeScript, Zod, that's all right. All tailwind, so use React. 10 stack is the React query if I'm not wrong. So where is that React query? This is the 10 stack. So I have to learn about it well. 10 stack. And by the way, let's simply recall the topics. Sonar, React hook form, 10 stack, server actions. So ultimately these are the things I will be just getting revising everything and all. Don't really need to worry about a particular topic. So this was all about this particular project. Tomorrow ultimately I will be working it. I hope this will be done in a single day. I will be using Sappheiros for the front end thing, so it should not be taking a lot of time, but let's see how it goes. Overall, I've already done it. It's 9:30 around. I will be taking a break of 5 minutes. How long has it been? It's been 1 hour and 41 minutes. Let's take a break for just 5 minutes. I'm gonna get some water for me. After that I'll be back, and then I'll start learning the things about Python. Over there we were learning about Pydantic, and that is almost done. So let's see how that's gonna be going on. And that is it, especially when it comes to Pydantic. So I learned quite a lot yesterday. That is something good. And if I just click on this and go to GenAI Pydantic. So when it comes to this particular topic, so I learned about VE and VE initially, Pydantic into Pydantic plus typing, field validation, computed property, you can compute the property on the go, and advanced validation plus, there are just examples in here. Then nested models, one model's field can reference to another model's field. Self-referencing, one model can call like a reference to itself. Then advanced nested models, in the sense there can be nested models on top of each other. There are just examples plus some extra things. Some extra things can be like optional nested model, mixed data types, and I have deeply nested structure. So this is the extra thing that I was talking about. Lastly, I have some best practices that I learned yesterday. So even after that I have to learn about Pydantic, a little more about that. So that's what I'm gonna be doing right here. Sometimes it feels hard, honestly speaking. It's not like if I'm actually busy doing these things, then I actually feel like find everything easy peasy and I don't get scared. I do get scared. But there is one thing, whether I feel like explaining it or not, or doesn't matter how I'm feeling, you must have noticed that after every project or after learning something, at the end of the day, after the class and all, I do explain that. Why do I do that? The thing is that once I explain it, either they get clear or I know that I have to work on it. So either the concepts are clear in my mind and they get even crystal clear, otherwise I know what I have to work on and then I work on that, and this is how things simply go on. So initially, or I can say everything is difficult until it's done. So until it's done, keep just doing your best, and when it will be done, it will become easy. When it's done, it will become easy for sure. So that was it for now. I'm gonna be catching up just after 5 minutes. Until then, take care and see you soon with Python learning. Genie.